Ben Teeling, Allogen Biotech, welcome to Startup TV.
Thanks very much.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about your business?
Yeah, so Allogen Biotech is developing a product aimed at food manufacturers and food processors bypass time-consuming and expensive lab testing. So it's aimed at manufacturers who are specifically developing a product or selling a product that is free from a particular ingredient. So one of our core markets is gluten-free. So if a food manufacturer is making a claim that a product is gluten-free, they'll need to keep quite a close eye on the levels of gluten in their products. So typically what they'll do is they'll take a sample of food from either the ingredients coming into the factory or one of their finished products, and they'll send it out to a lab to have tested. The problem with that is that the results can take a number of days to go back to the food manufacturer. What we do is we offer a product that can essentially do the same test but in-house in a matter of minutes.
Wow, so that's a huge saving on time and money. What inspired you?
So about 3 years ago, myself and Derek Graydon, the co-founder, were discussing food and food allergies. And Derek's sister suffers quite badly from food allergies. And we thought, would it be a good idea to develop a product or see if there's any products on the marketplace that can enable people with food allergies to shop a little bit better. So that is go into a shopping centre and look at the shopping aisles and say, this product suits my particular diet, or this product isn't going to make me sick because I have an allergy to peanuts. So we looked at various different products, and we couldn't really find something that was suitable for the idea that we had. So we then started questioning how is food tested, and how do manufacturers go about testing their food, or how do they manage quality levels. We came across this, that they have to send samples out to labs, and it was at that point we noticed that there was a big opportunity there to save time and to save money for food manufacturers. So we looked at different technologies that were out there, and we kind of zoned in on medical type technologies, in particular diagnostic technologies, and we said, let's take the medical diagnostic equipment and use it in the food industry. So that was our novel approach to it. And we ran some proof of principle studies with our R&D partner Micra, who are based in Synergy Centre in IT Tala. We ran some proof of principle studies, and the technology was very suited for what we needed to do. So that kind of got us moving.
Super. So you had a research partner. Did you receive any other supports from state agencies or other bodies?
Yeah. So Enterprise Ireland has aided us all the way through the process. When we started out, we used innovation vouchers, so they're about €5,000, and we used them to run some proof of principle studies. That essentially was a de-risking procedure, looking at the different technologies and to see if they would work for our application. After that, we went through the Competitive Start Fund, which helped us form the company and kind of lay the ground for our business plan. And then we moved on to HPSU, High Potential Startup in Enterprise Ireland, and that allowed us to then develop our product and concentrate a lot on our R&D.
Super. And in 2013 you had some success at the Irish Startup Awards.
Yeah, 2013 was great. We entered into the Startup Awards, and we were very surprised that we entered into 3 categories, and we ended up winning all 3 categories. Brilliant. And we won the overall grand prize. Wow. So that was a huge surprise for us. The fallout was brilliant from that. It gave us a huge amount of exposure. We had food manufacturers ringing us up afterwards, asking about our product, when the product would be ready. We also had some manufacturers looking to participate in trials of the product. So it was fabulous. Opened up a huge network for us as well.
Super. So it's always going to be great to win a prize and to have that kind of affirmation. But from a practical point of view, the Irish Startup Awards helped you to expand your network and...
Yeah, absolutely. So it kind of put us forward into the public domain, really, and it enabled us to access other networks, some networks that we hadn't thought about accessing previously. Yeah, it was fantastic. It was great.
That's fantastic. And what's next on the roadmap?
So what we have next is we've a new project starting. So when we started working on this product, we wrote 5 work packages. 4 of those work packages have been completed, and we're working on our final one now. We're just about to begin the final one. So that is a culmination of the last 3 years of work, and we're bringing everything together to form our product. In about 6 months' time, we hope to be beta testing in industry. That'll be an iterative process, and then in about 12 to 18 months, we hope to launch our product into the public domain and start sales.
When you talk about the public domain, are you looking at a domestic market or a global market?
At the moment, we're looking at Irish domestic in the industrial area. In a few years' time, we are actually looking at developing a consumer product. That will be very much an export-based product. The US is one of our biggest markets for that. So yeah, it's a big export area, especially for the consumer market. Yeah.
And will that be for consumer products or to enable consumers to test their own food?
So one of the ideas that we have is somebody can carry around some sort of device, and they can be in a restaurant or they can be at home. They can be cooking their own meals, and they can very quickly look for a specific ingredient to check their level, for example. Some people want to check the amount of protein in a meal. It could be salt content or sugar content, or even gluten. I mean, gluten-free is really on the rise at the moment, so that will probably be one of our areas of interest. Initially we actually did look at peanut, and we developed a peanut sensor, a very good peanut sensor, so we can detect peanut protein within a matter of seconds. The problem is, because we're a small company, the risk is quite high. So if we manufacture, say, 1 million sensors to detect peanut protein, the likelihood is that one may fail, and that poses a very big risk to the company. So it's something that we have shelved for the moment, but it's definitely something that we will look at in the future.
Okay, super. So the main focus at the moment is on industry.
On industry, yeah, and our first market will be gluten-free.
Super. Thanks very much, Ben.
Thank you.